Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. When we decided to tackle 365 activities all around New Zealand in only 365 days, Laura and I, we thought that maybe there will be some days when it will be a struggle to find some activities. And right now we are in Golden Bay and it's pouring down with rain, so we have to figure out something to do. Well, guess what? We still get to go to Labyrinth Rock and to go salmon fishing. So check out this episode, and at the end of the video, we'll catch up together and go over all the questions you had the first time we published it. See you then! This morning is a bit of a tricky one. It's pouring down rain. So Laura and I drive the camper van to our activity of the day, and we basically gonna be parked for a couple of hours waiting for the rain to clear. After that, it's off to the Labyrinth Rock. Welcome to the Labyrinth Rock's park. You are about to enter the best known example of karst geology in the southern hemisphere.
Although there are maps at the entrance, we think it is a lot more fun to go mapless and have a slight possibility of getting lost. With a few turns and a few different routes, this possibility all of a sudden becomes a reality. We are lost.
I am lost! So far, the only exit to the labyrinth that I see is beyond a massive pool of water created by the rain. There is kind of a gate over there, so as the brave guy that I am, I send Laura to check. No result.
Photo time!
Jokes aside, the labyrinth is made of basalt rocks which have been carved by millions and millions and millions of years of rain. The dense bush surrounding the unusual looking rock, all of that coming together is making the whole area look eerie and mystical, like a real life labyrinth. We're expecting to find monsters anytime. And speaking of monsters, there are heaps of monsters scattered all around the labyrinth. Kids of the area always bring one or two toys to leave behind when they come to visit the labyrinth. Those toys are supposed to be the monsters which are guarding the labyrinth, like in most stories that you can find in labyrinth books.
It's amazing what nature has created here. All these limestone rocky outcrops absolutely covered in moss and vegetation. It really sets your imagination going wild.
It seems like something for kids, but man, it's an amazing place to visit. What are you doing on that side? Where are we?
This is pure madness. Although we found our way back onto the main route, we really don't care about following the maze anymore. Just the environment itself is keeping us entertained for maybe about a couple of hours.
The thing that I really love about this place is that it's an amazing mix between stunning natural features and man-made objects to turn it into a really cool labyrinth place. I did not expect to find something like that in Golden Bay, which is usually known for golden sand beaches and the Tasman National Park. We spent here way more time than we expected, over 2 hours in fact, and it makes it well past 1:30 and we are both really peckish.
We are at Anatoki Salmon. The sun's come out, perfect time to go fishing and go catch our own lunch.
Alright.
Let's go.
This Anatoki Salmon place is really famous in Golden Bay. It's a mix between being a salmon farm, which is basically farming salmons for the local supermarkets and for its own shop as well as an entertainment place. You can come here and feed the salmons, which we do first, and you can also go fish your own lunch that then afterwards will be cooked for you by the local chef. It's really cool.
Before we hit the lake, we need a quick lesson on how to fish. So one of the workers here at Anatoki Salmon is telling us what to do, how to fish, using the net, getting a box and a tool to kill the fish afterwards, and that's pretty much it. It's under the watchful eye of the native wood pigeon that Laura is the first to try her luck. After about 20 goes, I realized that fishing for salmon is a lot more difficult than the fishing we did just a few days ago at D'Urville Island. I am really having trouble here getting a fish to even hook onto my line.
Even the wood pigeons are getting tired of watching Laura failing at catching a salmon. It took her over 10 tries to get a salmon, which is literally in a farm. After that, it's my turn to take on the fishing rod and try my luck. It takes me about 2 tries to actually start getting a hang of it, and then probably another couple of tries until it finally bites. It's a bit of a struggle to get it back up. It's quite a fight because they are much bigger than the fish that we were used to, but Laura and I teamwork and we get a massive one.
We deliver our catch to the team at Anatoki Salmon, who fillet the fish and prepare it for our lunch. We can choose to have our salmon prepared in a number of different ways, including sushi to see how fresh the salmon tastes, as well as smoked salmon. So Robin goes for tomato and basil while I go for tandoori. And we get all the fixings on the side, fish and chips and salad. Needless to say, this is a great way to have a late lunch. And maybe on about the second try, he catches something straight away on the second try, which is not straight away. That was total juxtaposition. He catches something on the second time, which is almost straight away.
Alright, so going salmon fishing in Takaka definitely wasn't an activity that we had on our bucket list when planning New Zealand's biggest gap year. And also finding a labyrinth of rocks with toys hidden around wasn't something on our radar either. But that's the beauty of creating a travel guide for New Zealand, because yes, New Zealand's biggest gap year is kind of a way to kind of get some knowledge in order to be able to create the largest travel guide to New Zealand, which is NZDT.com. It's a free website for you to use, which is written by Laura and I. Literally, she's behind me working on that. And we are gathering all our knowledge of traveling in New Zealand to make sure that you plan the best trip possible for your trip here. So we're going to go through some of the questions that we had, and we had some comments from why in the world. And he say, I went to Takaka about 10 months ago and did all the activities. I've got an Anatoki video on my channel and a Labyrinth Rock video as well. My wife and I liked the Labyrinth Rock, and not too many tourists, although I found the kids' toy inside the place a bit gimmicky, and I don't think they were actually left by kids. I get the feeling that they were just planted here just to spice the place up. I think I tend to agree with that, let's be honest. But then after that, I think that a lot of kids come in and they just leave some toys there just for the fun. But I think the initial kind of toys probably were planted by adults. I tend to agree with that. He also said, how big was the fish that you caught at Anatoki? It looks like $100 fish. We didn't fish there because only the two of us, we didn't want to risk catching a big $100 fish. Did you check the farmyard petting zoo they had there? No, we didn't check the farmyard petting zoo at all. But yeah, we did catch quite a nice sized fish. But honestly, it was definitely worth it because it was so masterfully cooked. It was absolutely delicious. He also said, I thought the most bizarre thing was how to serve your fish in a pizza box. As we arrive, you see all these people living with pizza boxes. Makes you wonder if they were serving pizzas in this salmon farm, lol. Oh, I thought that was kind of a good idea, you know what I mean? Why would a rectangular box be only a pizza box? If you can fit chips and fish in it, just do so. I thought that was a fantastic idea. And yeah, it was kind of funny, and the first train of thought was, yes, it was a pizza box, so we agree with you, why? But yeah, I do feel like it was kind of like just a fun way to do that. So, aside from New Zealand or New Zealand's largest travel guide, which is nzpocketguide.com, another way you can work with us into planning the best trip in New Zealand is to come and hang out with us. Every single Sunday at 8 AM New Zealand time, we hang out on that couch over there where Laura and Kiwis are having, coffee. She's pretending to work, but let's be honest, she's just having coffees over there. And we are hanging out with you guys for 1 hour to answer all your questions about traveling in New Zealand. If you want to know what time is 8 AM Sunday New Zealand time for your side in the world, there is a link in the description below and you can check that out and come and hang out with us. Come and ask us some questions. It's a lot of fun. If you want to reward us for all our hard work, you can hit the like button. If you want to comment as well and ask us some questions, you can do that on the video. If you want to tell me that I speak too fast because I just realized I forgot as well again, it drives me nuts. Just tell me that I speak too fast in the comments and I will remember it for next time. In the meantime, stay awesome, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one, and keep on traveling like a hero. Have a lovely day, bye bye!